Hello guys, welcome to this channel again. As you know, we are studying the Leetcode SQL challenge questions. So the questions are aggregated or the group according to the clauses, that is select and order, string processing, union, function, etc. And till now we have solved the questions till the day 8, and the first question from the section day 9 is also solved, and video will be live on the YouTube channel. So please check out the video or the channel for previously solved these questions with the easy solution. Today we are going to solve question number 1407, top travelers. Let's see the questions without wasting the time, and you will find the link in the description for previous videos. So this is the question 1407. You can see they have given us two tables, users and rides. What they have told us that users contains id for user and name of user, and id is primary key for this table and name is username. Similarly for rides, id of ride, that is id, user id from user table, and distance. So as you can see, id is the primary key for ride and user id is foreign key from the user table, and distance travel is the traveled distance from user. So write a SQL query to report the distance traveled by each user. So we have to simply report the distance traveled by each user. There is no clause or attribute for date or for corresponding year to separate the distance history for each user. So this is the very simple, but the next clause is they have told us we have to return the result by travel distance in descending order, and if two or more user contains travel the same distance, we have to order them by their name in ascending order. You can see this is the input output table. I think we don't need to look at this because which is a very easy query but little tricky one. So the trick is here only. First of all, we will write the required attribute, that is name and travel distance, total travel distance for each user. So I will select name from user table, for which I am going to use alias u for that user table. So u dot name and sum of distance. So I have put the r dot distance because this is from rights table and I am going to give the rights table alias as r. From users left join rights on u dot id is equal to r dot user id, because id from users table is foreign key named as user id in the rights table, and group by, see the question once. Okay, so first of all I will group by travel distance. So I will put here as alias and then we'll use here descending order, comma, name as ascending order. Okay, this should be order by. I will group by id. Okay, let's run the query. Okay, you can see this is our output, and for Donald the output is null but expected output for Donald is 0. As you can see in the test case, the user having user id 4 having the name Donald, but the 4 is not here in the user id column in the rights table, that is 4. The Donald have traveled the distance 0, hence the Donald is null because we have used the left join. If we have used the inner join, then Donald entry will be get cancelled, but as you can see we need the Donald entry, so the left join is the right join we have used. But what to deal with this type of null? So let's see what we can do with this. So we will use cases here. Sum is remain as it is, but we will use case here. So case when u dot id is equal to r dot user id and distance is not null, then r distance when UID, or let's say when distance is null, then we will use 0, then end, and we will put this case in sum. Let's see. Okay, let's see what happened. Okay, as we changed the alias, we should change the alias in the order by clause as well. Let's run the query again. Okay, the query is accepted. So if you are thinking that in users table, the IDs and names are distinct and they are not repeated for different users. So what if I use the group by for each user name? So let's run the query. I will show you what will happen. Okay, this is right here, but let's see what if we submit the query. So you can see the submit query is not accepted. So the test case is different here, which is not accepting. As you can see in users table, the IDs are different, but the name is same, that is Alice and Alice. So the two Alice are different, hence their ID is different, but the name or spelling is same. So to avoid this conflict, we will always use ID to group by. So this type of approach we have to follow while designing SQL queries step by step. So let's try to submit this query now. As you can see, the query got accepted.